We've had a lot of hot IPOs this year, and Pinterest is another one of them. Could be one of the hottest, in my opinion. So today I'm going to break it down, but also be sure to hit that link below and check out the full blog post where we get into extreme detail breaking down Pinterest and its IPO. Hey everyone, lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Want to talk to you about an exciting upcoming IPO. You know, it's been a fun year for IPOs. We're just, in the first kind of quarter of 2019. We've already had Lyft, Uber is upcoming. Tiger, it's funny, TIGR is an IPO that many of you might not have heard of. It's not as big out there as Lyft and Uber and the one we're going to talk about today. But check out the chart on Tiger. Nice little underrated IPO, and it's at all-time highs as of today. But that being said, I want to talk to you about a very exciting IPO and one that's kind of close to my heart. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a fan of Pinterest. I know, the Special Forces hat, which I'm not military, by the way, but the Special Forces hat, the beard, etc. I may not look like the stereotypical Pinterest user, but I'm telling you, it's a very useful network. And one of the greatest things I like about Pinterest is it's really centered on, ideas, finding, I use it for a lot of like carpentry projects, outdoor projects, great for like landscaping. I know a lot of women use it, for fashion, decorating, etc. And one of the greatest thing I like about Pinterest is the lack of politics, all this other quote unquote conversations that take place on a lot of the other social networks. So one of the things I love about Pinterest, very focused, to the point, and useful. So let's talk about Pinterest. It should be listed, they filed all their paperwork, should be IPOing some point in April. Now remember, these IPOs are somewhat nebulous. They can move the dates around depending on when they get the paperwork done, depending on timing. Oddly enough, IPOs are, this may not be a perfect analogy, but it's almost like releasing a movie. If you've got a movie, you've got a blockbuster, you don't want to be releasing the latest Avengers movie the same day as the latest Star Wars movie, and that you get what I mean. The analogy might be a stretch, but they may change the timing depending on what's going on outside there in the world. So anyway, should be late April, maybe early May at the latest. There's been discussions of like this coming week would be the second to last week in April. Pinterest calls itself, and this actually dovetails with what I said, a visual discovery engine for finding ideas. I like that. Very buzzwordy, but that's the way I look at it. I mean, I love going through Pinterest, looking for carpentry ideas, looking for landscaping ideas, looking for furniture ideas, stuff like that. They have 265 million active users. Wow. We live in an incredible time. I mean, it's so amazing how connected the world is. I mean, you think about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google, the big names, but then, Pinterest itself, 265 million users. So, revenue comes from ads, just like pretty much every other social network out there. Again, in my feed, I see a lot of like HGTV, a lot of building materials and stuff like that. 2018 revenue was 756 million, up from 472 million in 2017, almost double revenues. Now losing money, which is no surprise. They lost 63 million in 2018, but if you compare that to Lyft lost almost $1 billion, okay? They're still, obviously losing money is losing money, but I'll take losing 63 million off losing $1 billion any day. But the IPO is expected to price in the $15 to $17 range with an issue of 75 million shares. That would value Pinterest at $10 to $11 billion. That would be the market cap, the total value of the enterprise. They're actually lowering that, which I like because their last private round of funding valued them at $12 billion. So, you know, these IPOs are ultimately up to the animal spirits, you know, the market environment, especially initially. You know, a lot of day one, week one, first month of the IPO is strictly emotion. But from a fiscal standpoint, I like the fact that Lyft isn't, you know, in my opinion, they're not going for the home run here. They're taking a conservative valuation to cash out their founders and, you know, the VCs, the equity funding, etc., and they're not going for the home run. So I would hope, time will tell. I never recommend trading IPOs day one, but let's see. I would like to see, and I'm looking for a much smoother IPO than Lyft, in my opinion. So again, we've got coming up, we've already had Lyft, Uber is any day, Slack, and Postmates as well. So keep an eye on Pinterest, and even if you're a grizzly old man like me, don't discount. Check it out. It's a great idea discovery engine. Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to comment below with any trading related question. We love answering your questions. Also, like and share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to be notified as soon as our next video hits. And if you're looking to expand your trading knowledge, don't forget to check out all of our other videos, and be sure to click the trial below. Check out StocksToTrade. I think it is one of the best, most rapidly advancing softwares out there. Be sure to check out our trial.